They could be thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of years old. We don't know.
That it is the most intriguing ancient site on the planet.
This world is older than we can imagine, layered with stories lost in time. Sometimes a broken tool or a weathered statue is all that remains of entire civilizations.
Are gigantic platforms laying around. At that time, in 1968, there was no archaeological work done up there.
And yet, these silent relics speak volumes. They hint at forgotten rituals, unexplained technologies, and belief systems we may never understand.
We found a beautiful statue. Maybe it's one of the most beautiful statues.
Some confuse even the brightest scientists. Others challenge what we thought we knew about human history. These are not just artifacts, they are puzzles. And today, we're diving into 10 of the most mysterious archaeological finds ever unearthed. Get ready, because what you're about to see might just rewrite the past. Pumapunku's precision megaliths. High in the Bolivian Andes lies one of the most mind-bending archaeological mysteries on Earth, Pumapunku.
These are the mysterious ruins of Pumapunku, nearly 13,000 feet in the Altiplano of Bolivia.
Part of the ancient city of Tiwanaku, this site looks like it was built with modern machinery, but it dates back to well before the Inca. The stone blocks here are massive, some weighing up to 130 tons.
Some of these blocks are over 40 to 50 tons each.
Yet what truly stuns scientists isn't just the weight, it's the precision. These blocks are cut with laser-like accuracy, perfect right angles, drill-like holes, seamless interlocking joints. But no one knows what tools were used. There are no chisel marks, no guiding lines, and no signs of cranes or pulleys. And the andesite stone used? It's incredibly hard, harder than the tools archaeologists believe were available at the time. Conventional carbon dating places Pumapunku's construction around 500 to 600 CE, but some researchers challenge that. Alternative theorists, including early explorer Arthur Poznański, believed astronomical alignments at the site dated it closer to 15,000 BCE. That's thousands of years before any known advanced civilization. Even more strange, the design appears modular, almost as if the builders were assembling pre-made parts, a concept far ahead of its time. Who built this? How did they do it? And most importantly, why? Pumapunku remains one of history's deepest unanswered riddles. The Chacmul warrior statue. In the highlands of Mexico, construction workers recently uncovered something chilling and sacred beneath the soil, a chacmul. This enigmatic statue is unlike most Mesoamerican relics. Carved from basalt, it depicts a reclining figure, propped up on its elbows, with a bowl or disc on its stomach. Scholars believe this pose isn't for comfort, it's for offering. Chacmuls are thought to represent fallen warriors delivering sacrifices to the gods. Some theorize they were used in brutal rituals, where offerings of food, goods, or even human hearts were placed on the bowl-like platform. The design varies across sites, but the posture remains consistent, as if frozen in eternal service to something divine. What's strange is how widespread these figures are. From Michoacán to Chichen Itza, they span hundreds of miles and centuries. Yet their original name and purpose remain unknown. The term Chacmul itself was coined by explorers in the 1800s, not by the ancient people who made them. The newly discovered statue, unearthed in Pátzcuaro, measures nearly 3 feet in length and dates back to the late post-classic period, around 1350 to 1521 CE. But its exact role remains a mystery. Was it a vessel for sacrifice, a warrior's tomb marker, or something even older, passed through generations? No one knows for sure, but its presence still demands reverence. The sealed Roman sarcophagus in Gaza. In the northern reaches of the Gaza Strip, beneath the dust of a long-forgotten Roman cemetery, lies a mystery encased in lead. Construction workers stumbled upon it during an Egyptian-funded housing project, a sealed Roman sarcophagus, untouched for nearly 2,000 years. Crafted with unusual precision, the sarcophagus is thought to belong to someone of high status, a noble, military leader, or possibly even royalty. Now first, like always, be sure to hit the like button down below. It helps us out tremendously with the reach of this video. Thank you. Yet no inscriptions reveal a name. No markings give away the occupant's identity. The coffin remains sealed, resting in a protective wooden crate while experts around the world await a rare chance to open it. So far, 90 graves have been found at the site, including both individual and mass burials. Surrounding relics, clay jars, tools, and funerary items tie the site to the Roman Empire's extended reach into the Levant, and nearby lie the ruins of an ancient seaport, once a bustling hub for trade between civilizations. But the lead coffin is different, heavy, secretive, and alone. The Palestinian Ministry of Antiquities, in collaboration with a French team, plans to open it once a specialized metal expert arrives. Until then, speculation runs wild. What will be found inside? A perfectly preserved noble? Ancient relics buried with their owner? Or something that will rewrite our understanding of Roman burial rites in the East? Wordy Yuang stone arrangement. In the grasslands of Victoria, Australia, there lies a mysterious oval of basalt stones that predates much of recorded history. Known as the Wordy Yuang stone arrangement, it's an indigenous aboriginal site that some researchers believe could be the oldest astronomical observatory in the world, possibly over 11,000 years old. The formation is roughly egg-shaped, about 164 feet wide, and built with over 100 stones, some standing up to 3 feet tall. It seems random at first glance, but then something remarkable appears. A series of stones aligned to mark the setting position of the sun during the solstices and equinoxes, accurate to within just a few degrees. This suggests the builders weren't just placing rocks. They were tracking celestial movements, carefully, deliberately, and with purpose. But how? And why? There are no written records, no tools or technologies left behind, just stones, silence, and the sky. The site's full significance remains unclear. Some believe it was used for ceremonies, others for calendrical tracking, but its precision has stunned archaeologists and astronomers alike. It challenges the Western notion that complex astronomy began in Mesopotamia or Egypt. Who were these early sky watchers? And how much of their knowledge has been lost to time? Wordy Yuang stands as both a monument and a question mark. Now first, like always, be sure to hit the like button down below. It helps us out tremendously with the reach of this video. Thank you. 930-year-old Native American canoe. In April 2023, a group of teenagers wading through the waters of Lake Waccamaw in North Carolina stumbled upon something extraordinary. A nearly 1,000-year-old dugout canoe resting beneath a private dock, covered in silt and history. Measuring 28 feet long, the canoe is believed to be around 930 years old, and it has been embraced as a sacred cultural artifact by the Waccamaw Siouan tribe. Dugout canoes were central to Native American life, carved from single tree trunks using fire and stone tools. They were essential for transportation, trade, and survival. But this wasn't just any canoe. Its preservation was so remarkable that experts could still study the tool marks and shape. And its discovery wasn't just historical, it was deeply spiritual. After its retrieval, tribal members gathered around it for a traditional prayer ceremony, honoring the ancestors who once paddled these waters. Scientists transported the canoe to a conservation lab in Greenville, where it now undergoes preservation and study. But the tribe hopes it will eventually return home, to be displayed not just as a museum piece, but as a living link to their past. How did it survive for nearly a millennium underwater? And what stories does it still hold beneath its weathered wood? Sometimes the past floats quietly, until it's ready to be found. Ancient mint of the Tavi tribe. In the heart of Leicester, England, archaeologists recently uncovered the remnants of an ancient mint, a place where coins were forged over 2,000 years ago, long before the Roman conquest of Britain. The discovery came from a dig near the historic Blackfriars area, where fragments of over 20 coin molds were found, hinting at a sophisticated production site once run by the Tavi, a powerful Iron Age tribe. This mint might be the birthplace of the Hallaton treasure, a legendary hoard of over 5,000 gold and silver coins discovered in 2000 alongside a Roman cavalry helmet and sacrificial animal remains. Many of those coins bear marks and inscriptions that match the molds unearthed in Leicester, suggesting a direct link. But the surprises didn't stop there. Mixed into the Roman layers above the mint, archaeologists found ceramic tiles pressed with animal paw prints from dogs, goats, and sheep. Were these just curious strays wandering through wet clay, or part of a ritualistic or domestic space built atop the old mint? The Corieltavi began striking their own coins in the early 1st century, just before Rome's grip tightened on Britain. Yet the full extent of their economy, beliefs, and daily life remains elusive. This small mint hints at a lost financial system and a tribe that may have wielded more power than history remembers. The headless Maya warrior statue, Yamki, deep in the ancient city of Oxkintok, nestled in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, archaeologists made a haunting discovery: a life-sized headless statue, carved from limestone and eerily lifelike in its posture.
Archaeologists recently unearthed a life-size statue of a warrior. The likeness was found at the Oxkintok archaeological site in Mexico's Yucatan.
Standing at 5 feet 5 inches tall, the statue has been nicknamed Yamki and is believed to represent a captured Maya warrior, one who was decapitated in ritual or battle. The Maya civilization was complex and deeply spiritual, and warfare played a major role in its politics and religion. According to archaeologists from the National Institute of Anthropology and History, the statue's missing head wasn't an accident. It was likely intentional, symbolizing defeat and humiliation. It may have once stood in a public space, a reminder of victory over an enemy or a sacrifice to appease the gods. Oxkintok itself was once a major Maya hub. Though it flourished between 600 and 900 CE, the city was mysteriously abandoned around 1500 CE. Its towering pyramids, intricate hieroglyphs, and sacred ball courts still whisper of lives long gone. But Yamke is different. It's not a monument to a ruler or a deity. It's a ghost of war, carved in stone. Why was it left here? Who was this figure in life? And was his story told before his head was taken? Some questions may never have answers. Roman amphorae with pine tar wine. Beneath the waves near San Felice Circeo, just southeast of Rome, divers uncovered 3 1,500-year-old amphorae, ceramic jars used in the Roman Empire for storing wine. At first they seemed typical, but when scientists examined the inside, they made an unusual discovery: traces of pine tar coating the walls of the jars. Was this to waterproof the containers, or was it for flavor? Using a technique known as archaeobotany, a team led by chemist Louise Chassou analyzed the residues. They found evidence that pine resin was not only used as a sealant, but may have been an intentional additive, giving the wine a distinct sharpness. Strangely, pine doesn't grow in that part of Italy. That means the resin was likely imported, possibly from Calabria or Sicily, suggesting an intricate network of trade routes. This discovery challenges the romanticized image of Roman wine being sweet and simple.
The wine was probably sweet. The taste of Europeans at that period was a sweet wine.
It reveals a culture experimenting with taste, preservation, and chemistry. It also raises questions. Was this a delicacy for the elite? A medicinal tonic? Or simply a common flavor in a now-lost recipe? These amphorae were pulled from a shipwreck buried in the seabed for centuries. But now they offer a glimpse into the flavor palette of ancient Rome and a trade system more complex than we once thought. The Monte Prama Giants. On the western coast of Sardinia, near a quiet field in Monte Prama, farmers made a discovery that would change our understanding of Iron Age Europe. It started with a single stone head buried in the soil. What followed was the unearthing of dozens of giant statues, now known as the Monte Prama Giants, some towering over 7 feet tall. Carved nearly 3,000 years ago, these limestone figures are unlike anything found in the Mediterranean. Their triangular faces, T-shaped eyebrows, and especially their concentric circle eyes give them an almost alien appearance. Yet they are distinctly human, depicted as archers, warriors, and boxers, each with individualized armor and weaponry. For years, scholars believed Sardinia was a quiet outpost of the ancient world. But these giants, built by the Nuragic civilization, suggest otherwise. The Nuragic people, whose name comes from the island's famous stone towers, Nurae, were skilled builders and metalworkers, capable of monumental art and complex engineering. So why were the statues broken and buried? Some believe Phoenician or Carthaginian invaders destroyed them. Others think it was a ritual burial, meant to retire the guardians of a sacred site. Whatever the reason, the Monte Prama giants rise again, restored piece by piece, reminding us that even in the heart of the ancient world, there are stories still waiting to be told. The Tab Balata Catacombs of Malta. Beneath the rocky terrain of Mosta, Malta, lies a forgotten world carved in silence, the Tab Balata Catacombs. Discovered in 1891 and partially documented decades later, these underground burial chambers are part of Malta's vast and often overlooked Paleo-Christian necropolis, dating back nearly 1,700 years. What sets Tab Balata apart isn't just its age, but its mysterious architectural style. The catacombs feature spiral borders, scallop shell carvings, and arched pottery niches, unlike anything seen in neighboring sites. There are no grand inscriptions, no clear religious symbols that mark them definitively as Christian, pagan, or Jewish, yet evidence suggests all three communities may have shared the space, burying their dead side by side. Tunneled into the face of a limestone ridge, the catacombs extend like veins underground, with each chamber telling its own fragmented story. Some rooms contain carved benches or agape tables, possibly used for ancient communal feasts with the dead, a tradition lost to time. Looted over the years and long neglected, Tab Balata is now being restored with help from UNESCO and the Maltese Heritage Foundation. As excavations continue, archaeologists hope to answer the big question: why here? Why did different faiths converge in this one cryptic place? For now, Balata remains a riddle etched in stone, a resting place where faiths mingled and silence spoke volumes. From stone giants to sealed coffins, ancient observatories to forgotten mints, these artifacts aren't just relics. They're questions carved in stone, mysteries buried with time. Each one hints at a world we'll never fully understand. And maybe that's the point. History doesn't always give us clear answers. Sometimes it offers puzzles, fragments that force us to think deeper, wonder harder, and dream bigger. So, which artifact surprised you the most? Which one felt like it was hiding something even stranger? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget, the past is always waiting to be rediscovered.